Jordan Barkway.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and today I'm going to inspire you to inspire others. This is my story of how I got where I am and into tech. The prequel. In year 9 in secondary school, I wanted to be a pastry chef, and something I enjoyed and something I wanted to do, and I loved it. Everyone says do something you love, right? But my teacher Taryn said, why don't you try coding, computing? You're really good in lessons, try it. So this was when my mum tagged me in a Facebook post, and it read, sign up to Mission to Mars, and it's a week-long coding resort. And I was like, sure, I'll give it a go. And I'd never done any other languages, any other process, and never even looked into it before. And I wanted to challenge myself and take a risk. And I went and signed up for it and was really nervous, as I am right now. And I looked into it and went, actually, this is going to be my biggest fearful thing ever. I don't like meeting new people, and I didn't like talking to people, and I didn't like talking in front of people. So you can imagine how I'm feeling right now. And I went, I loved it. I learned so much, and I just wanted more. I needed more. And I actually missed it after leaving on the last day on Friday, so I looked everywhere for more things like it. I looked on Software Cornwall, Bluefruit. I wanted to go everywhere. I wanted to do everything. I was code hungry. And so that was a thing called Mission to Mars, and I'm going to explain what it is now. And it's a week-long intense coding resort for people aged 14 plus, where I learn how to code in Arduino C, use processes such as TDD, which is test-driven development for those non-techies, which help write better quality code. The value of testing, Agile processes like stand-ups, retrospectives, iterations, user stories, Kanban. And learning the value of monetary within coding. So we used a thing called CoreCoin, which has been built specifically for Mission to Mars. We don't actually use real money, which is really upsetting. But this course gave me a chin up into the tech world and seeing what actually there is out for people like me and people who want to get into it. Just iterate. I did this in a week. We do this in a week. We learn pretty much everything in a week, and it just helps so much. I then followed it up by a second week at a thing called Enum Things, where we built sensors. I'd never done this before again, and it's something I wanted to learn. I wanted to do more again, and I wanted to learn how to do things within tech that isn't just coding. So I attended, and there was Byron Wills-Heath, who is a senior developer at Bluefruit, and he taught me how to do soldering and creating circuits. Never done this in my life before, and I loved it again. I wanted to do more, and I just kept looking into things, and it just shows how much more there is in the tech industry when you go to different things. And this event is also where Belinda Wardrock introduced me to Paul Massey, the founder and MD of Bluefruit, who's also recently been named the most powerful man in Cornwall. So it's kind of a big thing around Cornwall. So yeah, I was just interested at the time showing him my little robot, considering this was like 2 years ago. So 3 years ago, I can't count. And after talking to these people and meeting them, I wanted to do it again. I wanted more. I needed to meet new people, learn more. Be in the tech industry is what I wanted. So this brings me to the biggest decision in year 9, your GCSE options. I didn't know what to do, so I chose computing over trivial science, which is always great when you're not sure what you want to do. And went to careers fairs, seeing everything, science, catering, computing, seeing the computing section and seeing robot arms and LED breadboards with traffic light colours on, and then coding them, and then someone saying, here, put your code onto this USB stick and plug it in here, and then seeing a massive USB light, traffic light up. It was immense, seeing something real life work, and it just kind of shows you how technology is used in real life rather than just on LED breadboards and in your phone. It was just amazing. And then within my lessons I learned HTML, JavaScript, Python, the normal languages, but I wanted to know more. I used different random number generator games. They were my favourite. But I wanted to know more. I needed to learn more. I wanted to grow more. This brings me to my Year 10 work experience week. I wanted to go to Bluefruit. There's no other way. I was never going to any other place. I wanted to go to Bluefruit as it was one of the first companies I'd known in the tech industry. And just knowing that they were there and that, as I said, Byron was Heath worked there, because I knew him, I wanted to work alongside him. I didn't want to go there for a week. I wanted to stay there after the week. And for this week, I didn't know how to apply for it. So I emailed Belinda again from Software Cornwall and said, could you help me please? I really don't know how to apply for this week. So she had a chat with him and she emailed me back a week later saying, they'll take you on for a week. I was over the moon. And yeah, after that I went for the week and I stayed in a mob. A mob is where you program with 3 or more developers, for those who don't know what a mob is. And one of the people I mobbed with that week is now my team lead at work. He didn't know he was going to be a team lead at that point. I didn't know he'd be my team lead at that point. Just, it's impossible to predict when you go for something like that. This brings me to the end of Year 11. I sent out 3 CVs to 3 different companies via Plymouth College. I really wanted an apprenticeship, and I received information that Bluefruit had offered me an interview, and I was jumping for joy at this point, me saying, I want to work there. Come on, this is a big thing for me. And I got there, and it was a technical interview. Right, okay, so I walk in, okay. Oh, they're all guys. Oh, they're all university graduates. And they're all older than me. What am I going to do? I just relaxed and I chilled out. Because Byron was there again and he was like, oh, hello Jordan. I was like, hi, you remember me? It's awesome. And we completed a cyber dojo, which is a TDD style coding thing which we do as a training process. And I got home after they go, that was really awesome. After they'd invited a bunch of Bluefruit employees to pick our brains and assess our knowledge, which was really difficult because they kept asking really hard questions. And then I waited and waited and waited for a phone call from college to say, yes, you got it, no, you haven't. They said, you've got another interview with them. Really? I've already done one. And I went to the second interview, which was five applicants. I hadn't even received my results yet, okay? So I just done my exams, applied for an apprenticeship, went through the first interview, got the second interview, didn't even have my results yet. I was just like, alright, okay. And I got called a few weeks later after sitting in a room with a bunch of team leads and people. I got the job. I was so happy, jumping for joy, my mum cried, everything was awesome. Everything is awesome. Which brings me to now. Why I chose an apprenticeship over a college course. So I love working where I am, seeing where real things are, what code goes into, what people test and how they test, and what there is actually out there. I get to meet new people every day. Like, I'm here and I'm probably going to meet loads of people tonight and can't wait for it. Let's do more talking, yay! And everyone here will impact me, right? So you come over and say, your talk was great. It wasn't. But I'll take that with me next time and say, actually, I can do this better. And thank you. And it's just, real life experience is so much better than sitting in a classroom. Anyone with me on that? Yes, Ben, thank you. But yeah, definitely, it's better than sitting in the classroom. So I've been here over a year now and I haven't been fired, so I must be doing something right. And being employed as an apprentice has been awesome so far. I've been doing things like mentoring on Missions Miles. I was a student there. I'm now mentoring there. Not many people get to do that. There's only a few I know that have been able to do that, including myself. And it's such an awesome feeling being able to do that. I spoke briefly. I did a lightning talk at Agile on the beach. I was so scared. It was only 5 minutes and I was less scared then than I am now, which is really, really weird. But at work, I now work on Team Rocket. I am sporting the best merch ever. We are learning C#, well, I'm learning C# and C++ also on the team. They're helping me so much with learning the problem-solving skills and how to write in the languages, because obviously they're new to me, they're new to them, because we're a fairly new team with juniors and new people, which is really cool, meaning we're growing and expanding. We're hiring! Check out all the postcards! This is a blog post I wrote about how I got to where I am. It's my talk in a blog post, which is really awesome. When you find out that I was 16 starting a level 4 course, a level 4 is a foundation degree. I was 16, I'm 17 now, still doing it, so it's awesome. And there are not very many people like me doing a level 4 course at the age of 16, 17, which to me is pretty big. I don't know about everyone else, but a level 4 is really hard. Yeah, people impact me, alright? This team here have helped me so much throughout my development and helped me stand where I am today and how I got to where I am today. And I can't thank them enough. There are people like this, people like me, who need to be shown the way. And I've shown the way by these people, and I want to help other people show them the way. They say things like, choose one, it could change your life, when they're showing you a pathway. And it really does change your life. So this brings me on to stories about my friends and how they've got into code. So I've got people like, I have a friend called Abby who wanted to be a journalist about a year ago when she did her first mission to Mars. She loved it, and she came back for a second week for her work experience. Okay, we must be doing something right with Software Cornwall Missions to Mars. Same again with Corey, who was an unemployed person, and he was looking for something new to do, and he wanted to try out coding and technology. Came along to a mission to Mars. He loved it. He wanted to do more. Ben's looking at me like. Ben is now an apprentice at Bespoke after doing Mission to Mars. Happy? Yeah. And that's my friend who did Mission to Mars up there, and my team lead. And people are awesome, okay? So this brings me to my tips, finally. And this is always put yourself forward. Don't let some butterflies or some nerves going somewhere put you off from doing something new. And this is a just do it moment. And this relates back to me being scared to sign up to a week of coding. Don't ever be scared to do coding. It's amazing. And there'll be moments in life that will scare you. You just need to take 10 seconds and breathe. It really works. And yeah, necessary, Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, okay. And always stay connected. This takes me back to asking for help for work experience and just wanting more. This takes me back to my friend, Abby. She emails me a lot, asking questions, asking about what GCSEs did I do, where did I find these things, help me find these things so that she can be like me. But she doesn't want to be like me, she wants to do her own career path. But she wants to be somewhere like me in the tech industry. And I just want people to talk to people. Yes, it's scary, I know it's scary, but you just need to understand that new people aren't that scary, and they could even possibly be your boss one day. I wasn't scared, so why are you? My next tip is tip 3, and it's one of my favourites. I live by it, and I tell people all the time. Always be yourself and push yourself. and strive to be the best you there is. I love this. It's my favourite thing ever. And don't put yourself in a box of, I can't do this. I was doing this morning. I was going, I can't do a talk. What am I doing? I'm still doing it, which is awesome. Please don't shy away from anything, okay? When Gary first asked me to do this, I was like, I'll have to think about it. When Belinda asked me to do my lightning talk at Agile, I was like, I'll think about it. When it's taking me back to Women Tech Makers like March, Belinda asked me to do lightning talk, I'll think about it. I did all of them. I kind of, loving it now. I want to do loads more. I'm talking at TechX at a Meetup. Come to that. That'll be great. And I always give myself a pep talk of, why are you being so silly? You can do this. It doesn't matter. And I want to tell you what's next. I don't know what who I'm going to meet today, or what I'm having for tea tomorrow. But I do want to think of what will happen tomorrow, what will happen next week, next year. I want to set myself a goal of becoming an actual employee, not saying apprentices aren't actual employees, but an actual employee at Bluefruit. And it's all a possibility now, until the time comes. Yeah. It's me done. Thank you.